So I just had some curry chicken,
You got that
ginger beer, you know, my mind right.
Old Jamaican ginger beer.
My flow right. I'm starting to shit off like that Jay-Z song, My Mind Right. He had like, who did he have on that song? Did he have Beanie Siegel? And fuck, what's his name? How did I forget bro's name? That's like, he was meant to be like the new Jay-Z, but he never lived up to Jay-Z's hype. Fuck!
That's disappointing.
Memphis Bleak, that's the one. Shout out to Memphis Bleak though, like he's a good MC.
Is my mic picking up?
Your mic is picking up,
My
bro.
mic's picking up. I was just curious.
If that train comes up the track, pick it up. Let's go. Who fucking? Alright, I'm getting ahead of myself.
How we doing?
We're doing good, bro. Welcome to the Betwixt Ideas Podcast. It's me, your host with the most, Shaq. I'm feeling like the first Capri Sun you take out the box in the summer.
Oh.
So it's like June just hit. It's mid-June. So, you know, summer solstice, is it July? I think it's...
I don't know.
No, it's June, summer equinox.
The longest day, right?
The longest day. So June just hit. It's hot outside.
June or July?
Definitely June.
Okay.
Because I swear the 21st is like the equinox. I may be wrong. Someone correct me. Some weather guru correct me. But I'm feeling great. I'm feeling cool. I'm feeling great. I got my co-host here, Jamie, another host of the most. How you feeling, baby?
I'm good.
You feeling great?
Yeah, man. Like, I got a bit of a headache today. Work's been kicking my ass today. Busy, man.
I hear that, man.
I'm good though. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm ready
man.
to podcast.
I'm ready to pod. Get on the pod.
What episode is this now? I get mixed up when we have the new shows, the anime critique and the cryptid top trumps. What are we
Episode 20, if I recall.
20. Mad. Oh, we've done 20 of these.
Yeah, we've done 20 of these, bro. Remember, like, including more if you can of the bonus shit as well.
True.
Remember when you was 20 years old? Remember when you was 20? That was
20.
So that's like
20? University.
Yeah, that's university. That's like second year into like third year of university. So that's a long time ago. That's a long time. That's like 2014.
That was 8 years ago.
Wow, bro, we old as fuck.
Yeah, you're not quite 28.
Not quite. I'll be 28 in like what? 2 months?
Couple months.
Yeah, I'm a June baby, guys. That's why I love the summer so much.
I've got a few things for you.
Go ahead, man. Shoot.
I've been listening to some podcasts over the last couple of weeks.
Shout them out.
Where have I got these from? I got it literally. It's just from the Fedex Podcast. It's called the Fedex Podcast.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So,
shout out to them.
It's got like some of the like the Sidemen crew.
Oh yeah,
it's not the Sidemen, but like their like friends.
Their circle.
Yeah, their circle.
Yeah.
It's hosted by those guys. They're on Spotify. Like,
shout out to them, man.
Exclusive on Spotify as well.
Yeah, we got that Spotify red.
They got the Spotify
That's
deal.
the big bread, man.
But no, they were talking about a couple weeks ago. And you might have saw this because you're a Twitter guy.
Okay.
There was a conversation, and I think it started on Twitter, or it might have started on Reddit or something, and then went over to Twitter.
Alright.
But there was a conversation about what is there more of, wheels or doors in the world?
Wheels or wheels? Oh, like
wheels, like a wheel.
Oh, wheels or doors?
So is there more wheels in the world?
I'm going for wheels.
Why?
So if you think of a car, right? Let's take a standard car. We're not going to talk about like SUVs or 4x4s or all them shits. Cars normally are 2 doors, right? Your car's a 2-door, right? Or is it 4-door?
No, mine's a 4-door.
Not including the boot?
Not including the boot.
Okay, cool. I'm a broke boy now. All right. So cars, see, like, let's just take 2-door car. All right. Go 4 wheels and the spare in the back. Your car has 4 wheels and a spare in the back. I would hope so.
The thing is, it depends on how you get deep into this because there's the steering wheel, which is a wheel.
Okay. But I see where you're getting at now.
In a house, you have cupboard doors. You have a fridge door.
Ooh.
It's not just normal doors, man.
The door
it's
to my
anything
heart.
that can be, bro. You think of a calendar, like an advent calendar. There's 25 doors on that fucker, and they're cool doors.
This is deep shit. Alright, okay.
Is there more doors or more wheels in the entire world?
I might. Ooh.
It's a trick, bro.
I'm gonna go for doors.
Bro, I
might have to go for doors, you know.
I don't know, because every time I read something about it, someone brings up like a whole new avenue of either wheels or doors that I didn't even think of.
That is true. The only reason I think that because I'm like, I see a lot of estates around here, and you could think about all these doors and like doors inside of the rooms.
That's what I'm saying, and you don't even know like their cabinets that they have indoors.
There you go. But you can, if you're thinking of a block of flats, there's at least like what. Everyone's got a front door. I hope so.
But then with wheels as well, like you have, it's not even like public transport stuff. So it's not even like trains, buses, cars, bikes. It's also things that like your chair that you're sitting on.
Oh shit!
That has six wheels.
Is that 6 wheels?
Is it 6? Yeah, 6.
That's 5.
Oh, 5. It has 5 wheels.
Yeah, 5 wheels.
I mean, if you think of a dishwasher, like when you pull it out, it's on a track that's on wheels. It's what I mean. It's a techie question.
It's a very techie question. It's a bit of a sticky one.
It's
still.
a fucking bastard of a question. I'll tell you that now.
I might have to just say like I'm still got my money on doors.
I think I lean towards wheels because I think there's a lot of hidden wheels that people don't think of.
But then you look at my TV stand right there. It's got the sliding doors.
Exactly, they're doors.
That's the door.
But then you think of like even like the smallest things. Like imagine a collection of Hot Wheels cars.
Oh,
they have 4 wheels on it, but no doors.
Damn. All right. Okay, that's maybe we have to hit.
That's what I'm saying. Like even but even some toys, like a toy house, will have a door on it.
When you keep saying the word door, it reminds me of that song by the Clips called "Keys Open Doors," which is a fantastic fucking song.
It is a fantastic song. I do know that song.
Keys Open Doors. That's a fire song. Oh my god! Like Pusha T was in his fucking bag when he made that, man. Oh my lord! Shout out to Pharrell too, because he produced that whole album.
I do love Pharrell.
The Neptunes. Excuse me. Cannot forget Chad Hugo. Everyone forgets Chad Hugo, and you cannot forget Chad Hugo when you're mentioning Pharrell and the Neptunes. So make sure you do that. Anywho.
Yes. I mean, I'm still really torn. I think I lean towards wheels. It's a fucked one. I don't know. So I'm assuming you never saw this on Twitter then.
It might not have been in my Twitterverse.
I'm not a Twitter guy. So I heard this on a podcast, as I said.
Like, because I don't really follow the Sidemen. I no disrespect for them. I just don't really have them in my mind like that.
I think it went mad on Twitter though. That's what I'm saying.
I might have just not been looking at, because I've been playing Wonderlands. Which I got to talk to you about. Because it's pretty good, man. I'm can't even front. Like, this shit's kind of fire. Like, we'll talk afterwards. Obviously, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. We'll bring video games to this episode.
Not this time. Maybe another time.
Wait,
but not this time.
I think the last episode was Video Games 3. It was
Elden Ring, right?
Yeah, we talked about Elden Ring. Yeah.
All right, we got to cool off, man. We can't keep fucking on video games.
I will say, I'm still playing Elden Ring, guys. Almost a month later, and I'm still loving it.
I've been playing it some more. I've been doing the farming.
I want to talk to you about it as well.
Oh, yeah. What else do you want to get into? Like, you had something else on your mind?
Yeah. Again, on the same podcast from the fellas, I think this was only a couple of weeks ago as well, and I thought I'd love to hear your answer to this question. So they had a question, and it was a fucking brilliant question. You're put into a football pitch, empty football pitch.
All right, cool.
So you have the length and width of a football
no
pitch.
Crowd or nothing.
No crowd or nothing.
Cool.
No weapons, nothing. Every round. So round 1.
Okay.
There's 1 5-year-old.
How long is this round for?
Until someone dies.
Oh, all right, cool.
Round 2, 2 5-year-olds. Round 3, 3 5-year-olds.
Oh.
But it's fight to the death.
Okay.
What round do you get into? And you have to kill him. You have to kill him.
Fuck.
Bare knuckle. And you're a big guy as well.
I'm a big guy, but you talk about killing 5-year-olds. That's like
it's hypothetical.
My moral compass is spinning right now.
Hey, it's a hypothetical situation.
It's a hypothetical, so of course it's not. It's not going to be put on my permanent record. But when I get to heaven,
no.
If you get to heaven, you don't see me there.
I mean, if you say you get to round 100 and you're like ripping the jugulars with your teeth, God might have an issue then.
He's like, you wildin'. But I'm gonna pick like an arbitrary number here. I'm just gonna say something like round 22.
Round 22. By the way, there's no breaks.
Oh, damn, I didn't mention that. A water break? Fuck.
There's no breaks.
I'm like, come on, in boxing you get a little towel like.
There's no breaks.
Alright,
no. Do you know what? I get 2-minute break between rounds.
Yeah. Get the spit bucket, the towel.
You can have a sit down, catch your breath.
The coach from Rocky talks to me. You know what I mean? Like, I need that shit. I might have to say around 22. I think that's.
You do realise that's 20. So you get to round 22 and you die, yeah. So that's what you're saying.
I think I'll die from exhaustion, because I know.
But what you're saying, is in round 21 you have fought 21 5-year-olds to the death.
Yeah,
that's a lot of 5-year-olds.
I got a lot of faith in my ability to kill.
But you do realise they could just swarm you.
They could.
And 5-year-olds, they're not like they're not babies. They've got like
they got a little bit of strength in them, but at the same time,
they're not.
Like, who's that short Russian dude? Hezbollah. Yeah, they all look like him.
Nah, he's shorter.
He's shorter.
100%.
Maybe I'm bugging. Shout out to him though. He's funny.
He's a fighter, bro.
Bro, it's because like, I think if you're that height, bro, you gotta have hands.
He's 19, you know.
Damn, he's living the life though.
He's got that degenerative disease where he's kind of always looks like a baby, pretty much.
Yeah, but like
it's kind of messed, really.
The world's fucked up, but he's turned lemon into lemonades, bro.
He's doing
man's
bits.
famous, bro. Man's out here like
he calls out people all the time. He called out Ronaldo the other day.
I'll call out Ronaldo. I ain't got no problem with him, but just to say I called out Ronaldo.
Yeah, I mean, might as well, innit?
You might as well. If you've got that clout, you know, might as well abuse it. But I'm probably get to like 22, bro, because like.
Bro, that's a lot of 5-year-olds.
What about you? What round do you think you get into?
I don't even think I'll hit double digits, bro.
I don't know.
But round 10 would be 10 5-year-olds.
I think you could sweep at least like a group of 5-year-olds, like five 5-year-olds. I think you could sweep their legs at once. I believe in you.
Yeah, but you have to then have to murder them.
All you got to do is just. This
is what I'm saying.
You know what? I don't want to make people discuss it. I had a whole plan of how. This is wrong, man.
Guys, it's a hypothetical question. Let us know what round you would get.
They're putting me on a list right now, bro.
No, it's a hypothetical, man.
I'm playing, but like
it is literally kill or be killed. So there is a fight or flight response in that instance. So your adrenaline's pumping, like you are going 100 miles a minute. Like you will get through more than you think. But 22, that's mad. Also, if you work out how many in total 5-year-olds that would probably be hundreds.
Yeah, that's a lot of 5-year-olds.
That's what I'm saying.
But like, the thing is, if it's like a normal 5-year-old and they have like the same sort of like pain receptors as me and shit, I'm pretty sure I could just knee one of them and they'll just be on the floor crying and they wouldn't be able to fight back.
When you do think about it when you're a kid, if you like stubbed your toe on a door, like you start bawling out your eyes and like.
Fam, I stubbed my toe now and I want to throw up.
But that's what I'm saying. When a 5-year-old do it, they're crying, calling for their mum.
That's what I mean. I'm sure like I can do that to at least about 15 of those 5-year-olds, and the other like 7 or so are gonna like trounce me.
You're a big guy, so you're definitely making it higher than I can. 100%.
I can close down at least 3 of them and stuff. I have a lot of area of effect moves like in my arsenal. Like I'm sure that it won't be.
You said in your arse then.
Oh my fucking lord! Jesus, put the vine boom on that shit. Oh my god. That sound is actually the funniest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. I know people like abuse the shit out of the vine boom, but I don't care. It's in the stage of post-ironic. Like you're not really meant to find this funny, but you find it funny anyway.
You still giggle to it. Yeah.
It's like. You ever heard of that film called The Bye Bye Man? It's like this horror film.
No. The Bye Bye Man.
Bro, it's so stupid. I'm sorry, I'm googling this shit right now.
Is it a monster or something?
I have
a murderer?
I have no idea. I never watched it. I just saw like the poster and it looks stupid. But
Oh, what the fuck?
It looks. I can't say that word. It looks stupid. But someone made a meme, right?
What is it?
I don't know. The pee pee poo poo man.
I've never seen that before.
Fam, I be dying at this every time. I'm like, what am I, 5? Why am I laughing at the pee pee poo poo man? I'm so stupid.
It's such like a child's word, isn't it? Pee pee poo pee man.
It's like the word doo doo.
It's like a 5-year-old came up with that.
There you go.
Full circle.
So, black people are the only people that say doo doo. No one else. I've heard nobody else say doo doo.
Make a good point.
Like I don't know if it's just like a very exclusive word in the black lexicon.
When I think of doo-doo, I think it's quite an American word as well.
It's very American, but like
I don't think British people necessarily say doo-doo.
No, I've heard my granddad say doo-doo.
But he's a Jamaican man.
Yeah, but then I guess. But like,
how long is he? How long?
How long has he been in the country?
Yeah, I want to phrase that better because that makes it sound quite like... When did he come to the United Kingdom?
Oh, wow, hold on. Let me turn the levels down a little bit. My levels are kind of fucked up.
Hey, you're just a loud guy.
I'm going to say he arrived... don't yell at
You're
me
just-
if I get this
you're
wrong.
ballparking.
1959.
Oh, okay. So he's been here a long, long time.
Yeah, he came here when he was like 20 years old.
Wowzers! And he's in his 70s, 80s. He's 80s now.
He's like 82 now.
So he's been here good 50
He's
odd
seen
years.
everything. He's seen everything.
Oh, bro, he's British at this point.
Oh yeah, no. To get citizenship in this country, you've got to be here.
No, I mean even beyond.
Oh yeah. But like, listen, man.
Citizenship's like.
You can take the man
like
out of the
6-7
yard,
years
but
or
you
something?
can't take the yard out of the man.
No, I hear that, and I know they go back regularly, don't they?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, actually, they normally go. Oh, this is around the time they start going. So they go.
But they have places out there. Or
They have a place out there. I think they're trying to sell the place because it's just kind of maintenance to just kind of keep two properties going in a different country. It's a lot of work. Especially if in Jamaica, you got to find people you trust. You got to have rapport with them because, of course, you don't want them going in there and stealing your shit.
Bro, he's been in this country for 50 odd years, so it's like people that he knows back then, they might have moved on.
Yeah, I think that's a fucked up thing about getting old, though, that they tell me about, is that most of your friends, if all your friends are dead.
Well, this is the thing, like, you go through a phase in your life where all you go to is weddings,
and
then when you get to a certain age, like, then you start going to funerals. So we're in the age now where
with the wedding age.
We're going to weddings, like we're going to each other's weddings and like other friends' weddings and like all that kind of stuff. Like you end up going to like 3-4 weddings a year. But then you get to like our grandparents' age and you go to 3-4 funerals a year.
Yeah, I remember just coming in like every so often, like every few months or so, maybe every couple of years, and just see a new funeral pamphlet just there. Boom.
Yeah, I'm like that with my grandparents.
It's like, oh, it's Auntie so and so, blah blah blah. She used to live down the road and whatever. And I was like, oh shit, I remember her. I went to her house and she gave me rock cake. That was amazing. Shout out rock cake. Rock cake's fucking fire. Damn.
It's weird. It's the circle of life, as Elton John once sang.
Shout out Elton John. He's still alive?
Yeah, Elton John's still alive, bro. He hit the charts recently.
What song?
He did like a remix of like some of his old songs with Dua Lipa. It hit number 1.
You're right.
Cold
You're fucking
Heart?
right. Yeah.
It was alright. It was alright.
You're right.
I mean, he still sings. He still sounds good.
Yeah, man, he's fine. I mean, he ain't Rocket Man. Give that man eternal life. Rocket Man's very, very.
I mean, he's got a few songs.
Oh yeah, it's not just Rocket Man. He's got like, what the fuck else?
Tiny Dancer.
Sing it for me.
I'm not singing. I'm not singing.
No, you know what?
You looked at me and we made eye contact and you were like, sing it for me.
I'm Simon Cowell on this bitch. We're about 17 minutes in. You want to just get into it?
Yeah, fuck it, man. So we wanted to talk about the Will, Jada, Chris.
I know, guys, we're late to the party, but we had the other 2 episodes we had to do. But
also, sometimes I feel like you don't want to jump the gun on this because a lot of stuff has happened after it's happened.
I haven't kept up with the manga of this situation quite tightly.
I mean, Will has apologized. He's also resigned from the academy,
which is a bit extreme, in my opinion. But we'll get into it.
We'll get into that, yeah. And I think Jada's also spoke about it as well now.
There was like there was a parent.
Chris has also spoke about it.
I haven't seen that. Have you seen that?
I don't know if because he's done comedy shows and I don't know if he's mentioned it in those. I think he might have refrained from mentioning it in those at the moment.
Because I know
I'm not too sure.
James Corden did that whole SNL thing or that he got a show in the James Corden.
Yeah, he has a late show.
The late show. I know he did that thing. I was like, oh, don't mention Jada song or what the fuck. Yeah, you ain't seen that?
I haven't seen that.
It was kind of cringe.
It's a bit. Thing is, it's fine to make jokes about it, but I feel like give it a minute, let it have a beat.
Yeah, let it rest for a bit. Just let it just sit on the side. Just sort of.
Should we actually explain what happened for all the people living under a rock that only listen to our podcast?
Rock, like fucking Patrick Starr.
There
you go. There was the Oscars.
Lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Okay, all right.
Don't do it, otherwise we get copyright.
Yeah, we get copyright. Fucking Nickelodeon.
Tom Kinney. Is it Tom Kinney? Kinney. Tom Kinney.
That he's the voice of SpongeBob.
Yeah, he'll come and get us.
Steven Hillenburg, God rest his soul. He's a creator of SpongeBob.
No, but I'm saying Tom Kinney will come and get us.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck.
Do you know what? He might actually be the greatest voice actor of all time.
He's up there. He's definitely up there. We'll talk about that one day.
We'll do that. We'll do like an voice acting sort of maybe discussion at some point.
We'll talk about it.
Not today.
Not today, guys. Sorry.
If you were excited for that, listen to next episode.
Next week, no.
Or the episode after that, or somewhere down the line.
So,
the Oscars. Give us a rundown of what happened between Mr. Willard Smith. Yes, I know his name, and it's not William. Willard Smith and Christopher. He must have a middle name.
So, he has
Christopher Rock, not The Rock. Christopher Rock.
His cousin's The Rock, joking.
Because if Will Smith did try to slap The Rock, we would probably be going to Will Smith's funeral.
Yeah, but The Rock's too nice anyway. I don't think he'll fight back.
I'll be honest with you. I feel like he wouldn't have felt nothing.
Nah, I'm getting this right. But anyway, the Oscars happened. I didn't watch it because I don't.
It's on at stupid o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I don't really care about award shows because it's just like doesn't really matter to me. But
it's old white men deciding what films are good.
Pretty much. And
I mean, they might be good films, but they also exclude a lot of films.
Exactly. He did get the Oscar for King Richard, which is a very good film, by the way.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's very good.
Because it's about Venus and Serena's dad.
Yeah, it's just their rise through to tennis and how they got there. It's very good.
I haven't seen it, but I was talking about it with someone, and I was thinking, their dad must have been quite I don't want to say pushy parent, but he must have been very heavily involved in their success.
He was. I think that's what a lot of people were like, oh no, I could be like, just let them do the thing. It's like sometimes as a parent you have to step in because there's a lot of pressure on your kid.
100%. Like and I have turned around and said every successful person in this planet has had a parent that has, I don't want to say push because push sounds quite neglecting, that have kind of,
it has a very neglecting tone.
There obviously are, like if you talk like Michael Jackson's father,
oh Jesus Christ,
that's obviously very different.
Yeah,
like you can nudge your child into success.
You set up opportunities for them to succeed in.
Yes,
there. But yeah, good film, go watch it. I know if you don't give a shit about Will Smith, just watch the film. It's a good film anyway. So, of course, in every part of like a award show, they have like a little stand-up routine to get someone with a better personality.
That has been popularised a lot in America, where the host of the Oscars will most likely be a comedic person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a comedian.
Yeah, you get your Dave Chappelle's or your Chris Rock.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not just one host; it can be two hosts.
Or your Bill Burrs or whatever.
And yeah, and they
or Ricky Gervais. He's a popular one. He's the one that popped up. I don't know
if he's ever done the Oscars, but he's notoriously done a lot of Golden Globes.
Aha!
And I will talk about Ricky Gervais later because I think there's a very good comparison to the type of jokes that he makes in comparison to the type of joke that Chris Rock made.
Just as a side note as well. No, actually, I'm gonna put a pin through that. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, typically they have a comedic person, and it's been sort of popularized. I mean, in recent history, that they sort of, in between the awards, the host comes out, does a tiny little speech monologue type of thing, and sort of like pokes fun at the celebrities and the actors and everything sitting in the audience.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it's mainly lighthearted. It's mainly sort of just to sort of laugh at yourself sort of thing. Like,
it's a roast in a very slight little baby roast.
It is a roast, and a roast is a very American thing.
Yeah.
I don't think you could roast people in this country and televise it. It's not a very British thing.
Unless, like, you're... What's his name? Keith Lemon? Keith Lemon's the only one that's really gone away with roasting the shit out of celebrities.
True, because he does it on his show, like Celebrity Juice, where he takes the piss out of his... But, again, they're more, like, ridiculous taking the piss rather than sort of hitting home taking pisses. A roast... Like, I saw one the other day. It was Snoop Dogg...
Justin Bieber?
No, to Donald Trump.
Ah, yeah.
He said, you're running for president. So this is before he was president. It was like, you're running for president. It's not the first time you've kicked a black man out of a house.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
nice.
So I mean, those are the level of jokes that's like, ooh,
yeah.
Like, we can all laugh together.
It's very, it's on the nose. On the nose,
which is what Chris Rock's joke was. And we'll get into all of that in a second. But I mean, there are people that take that a level beyond. And one of those sort of being Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais is a very on-the-nose comedic guy.
Ricky Gervais don't give a shit.
But Americans love him. They eat that shit up for breakfast. I think he's a very intelligent man. I will put that out there. And I have utmost respect for Ricky Gervais because his shows, The Office, Extras, Office UK, US, because he was part of both of those.
Yeah.
Extras, Derek, and Afterlife, which is on Netflix.
Oh, yeah,
They are top tier television.
No, shout out Ricky Gervais. Like he's been doing this thing for a very long time. I remember watching The Office on TV like way back in the day.
UK or US?
UK as well. He's doing his thing. But just to kind of go back to the whole thing, so Chris Rock's doing this little stand-up. He's getting at people.
That's what I'm saying. In between like the awards being given, the host comes out, busts a couple of jokes.
Just like as a little
light-hearted,
little jabs.
He's warming the crowd up.
There you go.
He's a fluffer. You know what a fluffer is? I don't mean that in like a derogatory term as well.
I know what you mean.
He's fluffing it up. Like he's keeping the crowd alive.
Like he's just setting it a little bit.
It's a 4-hour event.
No, it's a long event. So of course you want something to like just to space things out between awards and whatever. People engaged and
bubbly and laughing and like it's a hard job. Not everyone can do it, and I will say that. So fair play to Chris Rock. Like he did a fantastic job, but he makes a joke. I don't know where it is in the procession of the Oscars. I don't know where it kind of
I can't remember, but he was joking on Will and Jada, with Jada Pinkett Smith to be exact. And, I can't remember what he said prior to it, but he made a joke about G.I. Jane. Now, if you guys don't know what G.I. Jane is, it's just a movie from like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
and it's just a bald woman. She's got a shaved head.
Yeah, I can't remember the actress name.
And yeah, I can't remember too.
But she shaved her head for the role.
Yeah.
That was the point of it.
And it's just a little joke on Jada's appearance.
But the joke is that she will star in G.I. Jane 2.
Yeah, 2 + 2 is 4. Very, very simple joke.
It's a simple sort of. Also, I will throw this out there. As a general audience person, I did not know she had alopecia.
I want to also get into that, but let me just wrap up the situation of what happened. So, he has a little joke. Everyone's like, Well, you see Will Smith laughing at this joke. Like the camera panned on him, he laughed, but you can see Jada's face wince a little bit because it maybe
hit a nerve.
But that's how jokes are.
But the thing is, when you're the subject of a joke, you don't have to laugh at it.
You don't have to laugh at it.
You can kind of go, okay.
You can laugh at all, I mean? Like,
it hit a nerve with her. And the thing is,
fair enough.
I don't think she's wrong to react that way. Because, you can't tell someone how to react.
Boom. Listen, man, if that joke hits a little too hard, then fine. It is what it is. But, he says a joke, and then everyone's laughing. But then Will Smith gets on stage.
He starts walking up, doesn't he? It's a long walk well.
He's doing the fucking Theo and JoJo walk. And he's like, you're going to beat the shit out of me? Like, it's a proper, like, JoJo Bizarre Adventure walk. And
you know what? Yes. There must be an edit.
No, there is a meme for that. That's why I mentioned it.
I need to see that.
I'll send it to you. So, he just goes up and he just slaps the shit out of Chris Rock. Like, it was a proper, like...
It's a very choreographed slap.
It was a very spicy slap,
It's what you would imagine you would see on, like, stage. It's a very sort of wide, like it's not like a little kind of, like, quick little slap across the face.
Like, he followed through on that. He
followed through. Like, he swang, his arm went back, and it went. At first, I thought it was fake. My first reaction when I saw it, I thought it was fake.
Everyone thought that, because they're actors, of course. So, of course.
Well, no, it wasn't even just the fact that I just thought it was fake, because I didn't understand the joke well enough at the time when I first watched the clip, because obviously we're all asleep when the Oscars is on in this country.
Yeah, I didn't see the aftermath until Twitter.
Morning.
Yeah, it's like 7 a.m. on Twitter, and everyone's like, "Yo!"
I see Will Smith, Chris Rock trending on Twitter, and I'm like, "What's going on here?" And I see the clip. My initial reaction. So the clip was him making the joke, Will Smith walking up, and then slapping it, and then we'll talk about the aftermath in a sec. So it's like he slaps him, and my initial reaction was like, what the fuck is fake?
I was like, oh shit.
And even Chris's reaction, I thought it was fake, because he was like, oh, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
But I get that reaction, because you're like...
Do you know what? and people don't talk about it enough, he had a very good reaction to the whole thing, Chris Rock, and I have to take my hats off.
But what can you do though? You can't fuck up Will Smith on stage.
But he could have. There could have been another reaction. He played it off like it was nothing.
So also about that, you can see like, so I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, but after like the whole just back and forth between Will Smith and him, right? You can see that he had another joke in the tuck. He's like, oh okay. He wanted to say something else. Like, I ain't gonna do that. But
yeah, after he slaps him, Will walks off, and then Chris kind of tries to continue the show.
He's like, Will Smith slapped the shit out of me. He's like, and then Will Smith's like, keep
my wife's name
out your fucking mouth.
He says it like 2 or 3 times.
All right, and he's just like, it's a joke. You know, he's just bugging.
So, yeah, he's kind of going chill. It's a joke.
Sorry, my cat woke up. Hey, baby.
And yeah, and then it kind of just sort of blew up the internet from that point.
Pretty much, man. That's really just the whole story. Oh, okay, bye. She might be. No, she's not hungry. So cat just woke up.
But it's like, I think there's like a wider discussion in this, because there's all like the conspiracy theories about everything, because obviously Will laughed at the joke at the beginning.
Yeah, so I think, like, all right, so we both got girls. We've both been in a relationship for a decent amount of time. We've had moments where you've had to kind of just stick up for your girl.
Yes. I don't think Will Smith is necessarily wrong in what he done. I just don't think he should have done it on a like
main stage,
on an international televised event.
Like, here's the saying I always say it.
Like, he could have, after the show, or like when Chris went backstage, Will could have gone out backstage and be like, yo, that's not cool. And if Chris is being a bit of a dick about it, he could have then hit him. And I don't mean like hit him. I mean, he could have done the slap then. Like, and then it's behind sort of, it's not in the eye of everyone.
Look, I always say this for a lot of things. I don't agree with it, but I understand.
Yeah. Like, I'm sort of in the camp with that as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, even Will himself has said, like, previously, that violence should never be answered by violence.
Yeah.
So it's just a bit. I mean, he's very hypocritical in this statement, but obviously in the heat of the moment, like, all your morals and everything gets chucked out the window.
Fam, sometimes you just see red. Like fam, you've been in a fight.
He
like,
saw red.
You've been in like a very, aggressive situation where your head's just hot. And you just fire off the first thing that comes to your mind. It might be like a punch. It might be like, you might say something spicy to someone. You know what I mean? It happens, bro. We've all been in that. I'm gonna speak for myself. I've been in a situation where I might have said something crazy, and people are like, "Yo, what the fuck?" I might have just completely spazzed. But you calm down. You're like, shit, my bad. But it happens, bro.
But so this is kind of what I want to get into a little bit about this as well. It's like, one, is the joke as bad as... Obviously, you can't tell someone how to react, but this is why I sort of brought up Ricky Gervais. Now, Ricky Gervais has made a lot of jokes about a lot of celebrities in a lot of... This is what you wrote down earlier.
This is what I wrote down. Ricky Gervais, right... He's a wild cowboy. You know why? Because man was making them Harvey Weinstein jokes from time.
Oh, he was.
And this lets me to know that whole Harvey Weinstein thing was an open secret in Hollywood.
Yeah, because didn't he say something about Harvey getting an Oscar for something, and like everyone knew. Everyone knew,
bro. Even Seth MacFarlane, he's like. He made like a joke, I can't remember where it was, like, now you don't have to pretend to find Harvey Weinstein attractive. And I was like, yo, everyone knew, bro.
What I will say is, a joke about Harvey Weinstein is more acceptable than a joke about a lady who has alopecia.
Well,
the points that I'm trying to make is like...
Where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw the line? So...
First off...
Well, Ricky Gervais has made jokes about people that are publicly... like not very nice people, or they've done something untoward. As far as we're aware in this situation, obviously Will and Jada have their complicated relationship, which I don't think we will get into.
Nah, I ain't gonna get into that
because that's just a mind fuck. And whatever you think of her, like joking about alopecia isn't a funny thing. It's like joking about someone with like, I don't know, like irritable bowel syndrome.
That's funny. I don't care.
Nah, man. But like,
nah, bro.
You can't control it. You can't control a disease. Whereas Ricky Gervais, for example, joking about Harvey Weinstein, who was like this predator and everything.
Bruh.
You can make a joke about that because he could control that, and he's an unlikable character in Hollywood now.
Fam, I'm sorry.
Still,
people really be treating alopecia like it's stage 3 cancer. I can't really feel it, bro.
I understand what you're saying, but like you shouldn't draw. Like you shouldn't have like that grey area of go, well, it's still a disease, but it's not as bad as cancer. Like you can't have that sort of thing. It's like, because like people, men, women, whatever, they will struggle with losing their hair. Like, and it's quite an upsetting thing for individuals.
Fam, I'm losing my hair, bro.
Bro, you've still got your hair. I can see your hair.
There's a very bald spot right here at the top of my head, bro. I had to take the L.
But it's not alopecia though, bro.
It's still male pattern baldness.
But you do realise with alopecia as well, like you lose your like eyebrows and eyelashes and stuff like that.
I know, fam. I understand. Like, obviously, it can fuck with people. I'm not trying to be a wild dickhead and be like, "Yo, just take these jokes." I'm just saying, people really be like, "Yo," someone tried to say she had a disability. I was like, "No, the fuck, she didn't, bro.
It's not a disability.
She didn't have a disability.
It's a disease that." It's not like terminal or anything. It's not like
Jada
life
will
threatening.
live. She will live, guys.
Oh, and
yeah, the joke was a little bit, you might have whatever. But listen.
But this is my point. I think the joke. This is what I find, and I don't know any of this for a fact. This is what I find astonishing. So we're friends, yeah.
Yeah. Good
friends.
Yeah. They've for like 15 years at least.
No, we're best. We would say best friends.
Best buddies.
Now, I can take the piss out of you more than a random stranger can take the piss out of you.
Yeah, because we've got rapport.
Exactly. This is my point.
But I don't know Jada and...
No, but this is my assumption. Yeah? They are 3 Hollywood stars that have come up around the same time in like the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe they are strangers to each other. This is what I'm saying,
bro.
They might not be best friends, but all 3 of them have worked together previously.
Even besides all that, bro, if we're cool, like let's say you make a joke about something in my personal life that I might not want out there. Yeah, I might feel a type of way. I might pull you to one side, like, yo, bro, tone it down.
That's what I'm saying. 100%, and I agree. But you're not gonna walk up and.
No, I'm not gonna walk up and falcon punch you in your jaw. Like, I'm not gonna do that shit.
But this is what I'm saying. So it's just like Chris felt comfortable enough in their friendship to make that joke. Which is an oversight from him. Maybe he should have gone to them beforehand and be like, look, it doesn't even have to say what the joke is, and just be like, look, I'm writing jokes for the Oscars. Is it alright if I make a joke about this?
I don't even think he knew she had alopecia, because that, to me, I didn't find out until the whole event kicked off. Like, oh, how could he say that? She has alopecia.
Well,
I'm like, oh, know. Okay.
But then we don't know that.
Yeah, I'm just. This is my interpretation.
I think it's something she struggled for a little while now, so he may have known it. But then I find that weird that he would make that joke in the first place. Then, if he didn't know,
I got people close in my life that be running jokes on my neck fat. They be running jokes on my like. They been running jokes on my lisp and shit, and how I got crooked teeth. I don't have business, bro. Me and Alex been running jokes about each other for years.
See, I get all that, but again, they're not like, it's not like a disease.
Fam, Alex has been running jokes on me for a lot of shit, bro.
But again,
I just have to take it, fam.
Again, it is on a national stage as well. So like, his joke was broadcast. So this is the thing as well. It's just like, if nothing happened, no one would have remembered that joke, because it wasn't bad. He didn't say. This is what I mean. It wasn't like a horrible joke.
He didn't call Jada a nappy-headed hoe or anything like that. It wasn't that. It wasn't that savage.
But this is what I'm saying. So it wasn't savage. There we go. It wasn't savage enough that if Will didn't react, that people would have remembered the joke. If Will never reacted, by this time now, no one would have been talking about the joke.
bruh,
like, can you remember all the jokes in award shows that you've seen over the? I mean, I don't know how many award shows you've watched. This is what I'm saying.
I don't really be remembering.
I remember some of Ricky Gervais's ones because they are a bit more savage.
Everyone remembers the savage jokes, the one that's a bit of
but this
a gut wrencher.
This is what I'm saying. No one would have remembered this joke if Will didn't react the way he did.
Yeah, Will overreacted.
He recognises that he's overreacted as well.
Like, I can understand. Like, listen, man. If someone's running a joke on my girl, right, I can see she's visibly bothered, bro. Like, me personally, call me pussy, but I'm not gonna put hands on someone until it has to be that way. And what me and my dad is like, if I approach someone and say, yo, tone it down, bro. Like, the missus
this
ain't
is
really,
what I'm saying.
She ain't really
Will
feeling that one,
never did
bro.
that at all.
Yeah, he went level 10 straight up.
Do you know
and down.
what? If Will could have done everything the same, he could have walked up to him. Then, and instead of slapping him, he could have bent down, whispered in his ear, "Not cool, bro. Don't make jokes about my wife," and then walked off.
That would have been perfect.
The statement is still there. The intent was still there. To make a scene, to be like, yo, I'm not cool with this joke. And if anything as well, it's a bit more powerful.
Yeah, bro.
Because 100% Chris Rock's a nice guy. He would have turned around and been like, yo, I'm sorry.
No, he's cool, bro. He let that one slide. Like, he didn't even like react so hard to it. But you know what? The thing that's really tickles me pink about this whole situation, fam. This might turn a little less, so I'm sorry. White women were really trying to make it about themselves.
Oh, see, this is why I'm not on Twitter. Well, I am on Twitter, but I don't peruse Twitter.
There were so many like I'm talking like middle class, like celebrity white women. Like, oh my god, I was so disturbed. This is really triggering. The fuck?
Do you know what? I saw an interesting. It was a tweet, but I didn't see it on Twitter. You know Matt Lucas, the guy who wrote Little Britain with David Walliams. The bald guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know this until he tweeted it. So he's a comedian.
Yeah.
He has alopecia as well.
Oh shit.
So he tweeted, he says, I understand both sides. I don't know how to feel about it because he lives in both worlds. He has alopecia and he's a comedian, so he can kind of see the point of view that, okay, the joke's not that deep, but he can also see the point of view that I have alopecia, and if someone made that joke, how would I feel about it? So I think that's an interesting sort of.
There are jokes like I would run on you that I know like you can take because you're a big boy, and there might be jokes that I won't run on you because that was a very dark and personal time in your life.
Yeah, true. Thing is, though, I feel like even if a good friend, a best friend of mine made a joke, and I know they weren't being malicious, and it still hit me. Obviously, if it was all the time, if it was like every single day, then I'd say something. But if it was like a one-off joke, and I'd be like, I wouldn't say nothing.
Like let's say like.
But again, that's a joke about me though.
Let's say for example, right? And I'm putting myself out there a little bit. Let's say like you were like, yo, Shaq, remember your ex? I'm like, bruh, come on now, bro, don't do that, don't do that, bro. Like,
but that's not running a joke though.
No, I know it's a very. But you know what I mean. If you're running a joke on my ex or something, right, or whatever, and say, yo, remember that time, like you was
this
like,
and that, yeah. No specifics.
No specifics, because I ain't trying to do that. You know, I might feel some type of way. I'm like, oh damn.
But
right,
if it was like a one-off,
if it was a one-off,
you wouldn't say anything.
But regardless of what, like once or twice, or whatever, if I've brought it to your attention, like, yo, that ain't cool, bro.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
That's cool. But
that's what Will should have done.
Will should have brought it to his attention in a better way rather than go up and
clap. But that's what I'm saying.
Bro.
I feel like he should have done. He should have reacted the same way he reacted. Just not the slap, because people aren't even talking about like the after bit where he goes, keep my wife's name out your phone. If he done that would have been fine.
He didn't have to pipe up like that though, bro. Because for me, like in my world, if you
he didn't have to pipe up after he slapped.
Like if you're throwing hands and shouting at me, and I'm like, in my world, that means something a lot different. That means you want to scrap. That means like, we have to go around the corner.
To be honest. He's wise that he chose to slap him instead of punching.
But people are treating this slap like, yo, he just pulled out the gun and like unload the clip. Like, this is what I'm saying. There are these like celebrities that are proper like you know.
I don't really care what other celebrities think about the thing. The most important thing is how Chris feels and how Jada feels and how Will feels about the situation. I know Will is pretty cut up about the situation, and that's why he's like resigned from the academy, which I don't think he needed to do. I'll be honest with you.
He didn't need to,
but also Chris is sort of bro. He was asked if they wanted to
press charges.
But
he said, "Nah, I ain't no snitch."
No. But this is the thing. So to Chris, he's like, "Okay, cool. We're just going to move on."
That's what you gotta do.
But I respect that. But there's some people out there that would drag this out, and that's what people are trying to
now. Which is why, like,
we're talking about it 2 weeks later.
As much as we're talking about it, right?
Oh fuck! I feel like a hypocrite now.
No, like we're only talking about it because it's just the podcast. And you want to talk about it on the podcast and whatever.
I think there's a wider conversation about like how humans react and like human nature and society as a whole that we can talk about after this as well.
Before we get into that shit about just celebrities that are commenting, there are some celebrities that should not have even spoke, fam.
Like who?
Alec Baldwin. This man piped up like, yo, that was violent. Nah, sit this one out, bro. You can't be the one to talk about violence, bro.
That's
Alec, fastest draw in the West.
Nah,
Baldwin.
stop it, man. Stop it.
Fucking hell, bro.
It was an accident, isn't it? It was an accident.
Nah, bro.
That was bad. We won't talk about that.
Alex
that
Mad Dog McCree Baldwin.
No, stop it, man. Stop it. You're evil. No, you're too evil. Shaq has proceeded to... Yeah, he's now... No one ever says it anymore, but ruffle. That is literally what Shaq is doing. Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yo, Alec Baldwin, shut the fuck up, bro. Real talk, bro. Shut up, bro.
That kind of gets rid of any...
I'm not bleeping that one out.
Of the Baldwin clan on the podcast in the future.
Who other Baldwins are there?
Alec Baldwin.
Okay, fuck you.
I know there's others as well. Justin Bieber's wife is a Baldwin, so we can't get JB on the podcast now. And that was my dream.
That was your dream?
We might as well stop the fucking podcast now. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I got more, but I'm not saying that.
Hey, no. Hold your tongue. No, I do think there's like a wider conversation about like human nature and sort of like animal instincts, because I don't think Will Smith is that type of person to do that, and he completely saw Red Mist and the animal instincts took over.
Yeah, bro, like listen, man,
I mean, in society as well.
Like I said before, we've been in situations where you felt like your back was against the wall and you had to start wilding, bro. It's never like, fam, like I remember,
it's the fight or flight response.
It is the fight or flight response. I remember
but this is the thing, you don't have to choose fight. It's fight or flight.
You know what? I'm a be a dickhead right now. Listen, some people just need to catch hands, and I know people are like, oh no, you shouldn't fight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, some people
people need to get the terrible case of the beats.
But in this instance, Chris Rock didn't deserve to get slapped across the face.
I don't personally think, but obviously someone else can disagree with me. I don't personally think you needed to get slapped. Man could just have that stern word of like, yo.
Oh, did you hear as well that tickets to his tour?
Chris Rock?
Yeah, his comedy tour, like they increased afterwards.
Fam.
So like it really shows you how scary society and like the Hollywood is,
because people want to go in here and talk about the slap.
But this is the thing, if you're not relevant, as in you're not in the public eye on the main stage 24/7, people forget about you. So Chris Rock, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, they have been put onto the front page, like they are being spoke about.
Fam, it's the clout economy, bro.
It's fucked.
It's the clout economy, bro. You gotta get your clout up,
but
bro.
This is as I said, this is like the wider sort of topic about like human nature and everything. Like us as humans, we are fucking morons.
Fam,
like,
you stupid, bro.
If we don't see something, we forget about it instantly.
Well, fam, that's how a lot of these,
we're like goldfish brains. That's what it's like. It's like, look at this shiny thing. It's in our attention. We forget about anything around us.
Fam, that's how a lot of these like social media apps work. They just constantly push. I think that's how I've learned so much about this situation on Twitter, because the algorithms on Twitter wouldn't stop pushing this in my face.
Oh, because they know it was going to get people on their app.
They wouldn't stop pushing this in my face, talking about, oh my god, like people were doing psychoanalysis on this slap. I'm like, bro, it's not that deep.
I've seen it slowed down. I've seen it.
People saying it's fake because it's like, oh, if you look there at this pixel,
yeah, it looks like he has like a cheek thing,
cheek protector. I'm like, bro, it's not that deep. And then you got the Illuminati conspiracy. It's like, yo, it's a humiliation ritual. They're inviting Will Smith into the Illuminati. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, is this 2011?
I mean, maybe they are, because he did win the Oscar straight afterwards.
Bruh.
Did you see his acceptance speech?
Nah, I didn't really see that, but like,
so he made a kind of an observation. He said Denzel Washington
spoke to him
before he come up and said, when you're at your highest point, that's when the devil comes for you.
Because the devil's a hater, bro. He's a hater.
But he's obviously talking directly about this.
Yeah, because of course, listen, let's keep it 110%. People have been running joke on this man for at least a year now about him being a cuck, about him like his someone letting people fuck his wife, crying and shit. People have been roasting Will Smith.
Ever since. I mean, it's really intensified since that round table interview.
That red table talk really just fucked bro up.
And red table or round table?
Red table talk.
Why don't I say round table?
It's the same difference.
Was that her like podcast?
It was sort of like her little show, whatever, and like they just have people on and whatever. So
yeah, I remember I watched it at the time because it was like an open conversation between the two of them. There was someone else there as well.
Normally it was just them two, so it was just Jada and Smith. Jada and Will. But sometimes they have like their family on. They might have Jada, and they might have Willow. They might have Jada's mom on, and whatever. It's just they rotate stuff. But anyway, shit, I kind of lost where I was going with this. Fuck. No, that's it. People have been running joke on this guy for a long time.
They have,
and like just like anything, fam. If you keep...
It was the straw that broke the camel's back.
If you keep poking the dog...
But this is the thing.
And the dog bites your hand off, who's in the fault? The dog or you?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good point. But I understand that point, and I agree. If the joke was made about the infidelities... If
it was made about the infidelities, sure. But like... Everyone running joke on this guy. Like, fam, I understand it.
This is the thing. The joke wasn't on him.
But, like, because it's his wife, you know what I mean? I think he feels attachment to that.
Granted, and acceptable. Like, you are a couple. You are, like, you are married. Like, you love and protect each other. 100%. Understand that. But the joke wasn't on him. It was on her. She didn't actually react at all.
She winced, but she didn't go up there and like give him the 12-hit combo and shit.
Like, if she got involved as well, or instead, way more acceptable.
Yeah.
Like, Will Smith kind of white knighted it a little bit.
Yeah, but
can you white knight your wife?
You can't white knight your girl, bro. The only time you white knight is with a girl that you're not even like with. It's just random women on the internet. You're like, yo,
granted, but it was
Molly
it was on. Hey, you need to allow that.
The North remembers. But,
that was a throwback to Game of Thrones.
That's a throwback, bro. That's a throwback.
No, but I think, as I said, I think there's a wider conversation where we could talk about like the human nature, like animal instincts, and sort of like even society as a whole, because. We are part of society, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on your outlook of life. We live in
society.
But, like, society eats this shit up for breakfast. We love this.
We like watching them. Like, listen, man, I like watching a fight. I'm a very fucked up individual.
It wasn't a fight, though.
No, but not like that. Like, I'm not talking about, like, yo, there was blood splatter and shit, and then Tarantino directed it and shit. It wasn't like that.
Like, even in the sense, like, the back and forth.
Yeah, I like an argument. I'm a bit of a messy individual like that. I like to see people, like, have a spit and a spat.
A lot of people do.
Because, you know, like, it's just funny. Sometimes I be the guy in the background that's laughing. Like, remember the times back in school when someone's getting roasted the fuck, and all you can hear is just me laughing like a dickhead.
Loud-ass laugh.
I'm laughing like a dickhead because I'm like, yo, you are getting fucking cooked, bro. You are getting cooked, fam. You said that you're wearing your hairline backwards and shit.
I mean, we've spoke about school before and how savage it can be.
But that's to me, I like watching that shit. So although I can be above him, like, oh, it's just dumb, whatever. Low key, this shit's just funny to me.
No, everyone has the interest in what's happening and what's going on. We're so, like, with the internet, social media and everything, we're so connected and so up to date with all the news and everything.
Sometimes I will say a little bit too much, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, we've talked about social media before.
Yeah.
And like the evils that it is, but also like the pros that it brings to the planet. But this is what I mean. Like, we're as a society, we are like, as I said, human nature and society. Like, we really gravitate to like
just
scandalous shit.
It's like that saying is like a train wreck that you can't look away from.
Yeah.
And you know what I think that is? I think it has a lot to do with just where we are right now in society. Shit's kind of fucked, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
like we've been living through this fucking pandemic,
and now there's a war on the horizon.
There's a war, potential World War III. The fucking rise, like the cost of living is going through the roof. Motherfuckers can't afford to feed their children and shit. Of course, I'm gonna watch this stupid meme video that's gonna like take my mind off everything.
It's true.
Like, of course, it's like when I like, I see a lot. I remember I used to see a lot of homeless people when I was working like in the city. I still work in the city, but I don't go in obviously because I'm at home. And I see a lot of people turn their nose and like, oh, they're sucking this thing, they're on drugs and that. It's like, listen, if you was homeless, bro, would you do it sober?
See what you're saying?
If you outside in the cold, bro, I'm smoking crack. I'm smoking the big Gibraltar Rock crack crystal.
Do you give them money?
Sometimes.
Do you?
But you know what? It's because I heard their story. Sometimes I lend them an ear and I just listen to them.
You actually talk to them first?
Sometimes I talk to them. Sometimes I ask them like, yo, how's your day? And that's the
play, man.
And a lot of these people were like army veterans. They had lives.
Yeah, no, I mean they've all had lives.
They all had like, I'm talking about regular lives. I'm talking about they were like, yo,
regular.
Yes, I've been too much American shit. I'm sorry. I'm a bit of an American weeaboo kind of type person.
You are a little bit.
What would you call me? America-boo? Anyway, never mind.
American boo.
That sounds like a slur. I'm not gonna say that again. Anyway.
And you got me to fucking say it.
Cancelled.
Oh my god. That actually shit me up because I looked to my left for a second.
No, but seriously, I talk to them sometimes and I hear the story. Like they had like lives. They were like family men. They had like wives and shit. They had like good paying jobs, and sometimes they'd crack under the pressure. They had.
You're not meant to give them money.
I know people say, oh, don't give them money because they'll just go spend on drugs. Listen, whatever you need to do to get by, to keep you from fucking ending it all, here's the money, bro.
Right, okay. I understand what you're saying, and it's not that I disagree. It's like, I'd rather go and buy them like 5 sandwiches and then give them the sandwiches.
Oh yeah, I've bought them food before. Like I've gone into Sainsbury's, I've seen a homeless person, and like I might have had food. And I'm like, yo, I don't need to eat this shit, and I just like, yo, have this like fucking Mars bar or something.
Because I would much rather spend like a $5 or a $10 or whatever on buying like you could buy £1 sandwiches in like Sainsbury's. Just buy like 5 or 10 of them and just be like,
or buy like a fucking those party pack of crisps and shit. It's like, yo, boom. I know it's raining outside.
It's going mad.
It's going nuts.
Hopefully that dies off before I leave.
Jesus Christ.
Is that hailstones?
I think it's just rain's hitting the windows so hard that it sounds like hailstones.
Jesus Christ.
But no, I get that, man, and like that's what I mean. Like I don't really judge homeless people because I'm like,
I don't judge homeless people.
I am a few bad decisions away from being there.
Wait, and I know you'll know this as soon as I bring it up. I don't know what song it is, but it's on To Pimp a Butterfly, and it's about someone begging for money.
How much does $1 cost?
How much does $1 cost? And it's like, it turns out like the homeless guy was like,
he was God.
It was God, and it's like $1 would have bought his place in heaven type of thing.
Yeah, like
because you're showing compassion for your fellow man.
Exactly. That's what you got to do, bro.
Kendrick also comes up with a very good point. It's just like, why should I give you my hard-earned money? Like,
it's like I can see it. You're a crack addict. You're good.
But he's like, I'm broke as well. Like, I need as much money.
He's broke. Got a fucking Pulitzer, bitch. No, no joking. I'm joking. I love Kendrick.
No, but in the sense of the song.
No, I know. But I think it just goes to show that it's like people. We're very inherently selfish people.
But this is the thing, our human nature, we are very self-centered. So this is what I find fascinating about humans, because we all do it. We are selfish, as you said. We're curious, which leads to the fantastic discoveries that we've made, and that's probably one of the best things about humans. We are very curious.
We do ask the what if question.
Yeah. But we also crave attention. We're selfish, but crave attention at the same time.
I love me some attention.
But
you know why? I like to go and piss off Olivia every day.
And we're a pack animal.
We like, yeah. Some people like to say, "Oh, I'm a loner. I'm a lone wolf." Nah,
you might be to an extent, but like, no one's truly a lone wolf.
No one truly wants to be on.
Okay,
alone.
do you know what? People are gonna fucking like tag like some like mountain man that lives in like
some nomad and shit,
and he's lived there for like 30 years and hasn't seen a single soul.
It's like he doesn't know what a fucking iPhone looks like and shit.
Yeah, I would say yes. By definition, he is a human. He is not part of society because he's exiled himself, and rightly or wrongly. Us as part of society, we are selfish, but we crave attention. We are very curious creatures. We're very creative creatures as well. And these are some of the fantastic things that us humans bring to the world. We are very creative. We are very curious. We like to learn. We like to write. We like to create. We like to entertain one another. But we also like to destroy, man.
Fam, we just like to do whatever fits our interest at the time, man. We just like... If it fits around us, then that's what we do.
Well, our curiosity brings destruction. Fuck, that's deep. Our curiosity brings destruction. Like, you think about it. We were curious about education and learning and writing, so we produce paper and books, but we have to cut down trees, so we're destroying the planet to further our knowledge and understanding, and so we can teach one another. Well, that is... It's such like an oxymoron of like to create something we have to destroy something. That's like fucking Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That is shit. That is literally the whole core of alchemy right there.
Yeah, you can't create nothing. You can't create something out of nothing. Something has
exchange.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, if you haven't watched that anime already, please do watch that anime because that is undoubtedly my favorite anime of all time.
Maybe one day. On the anime critique, when we have ample time to watch it, because it's a bit longer.
I will do it for like a New Year's episode.
We could do a special where we do it
because like I said, I always watch it during Christmas.
You do.
And I watched it recently during the Christmas period that's gone back a few months ago, and
we could do it over the Christmas period.
I think it's even better than when I watched it for the first time. It's so fucking good. Like, it's
very good.
Oh,
but
man,
as I'm saying, we can't. We destroy to create things.
Yeah, and
that is human. That is very human,
bro. That is the circle of life. Look outside right now, right? You see rain, right?
I see rain.
So look at what happens, right? You get the rain. It's gonna feed the plants. The plants grow. Okay, they grow into trees. You cut down the trees. You make paper. Okay, the paper is produced through the machines and the factory that releases that. All that into the air, all the clouds and stuff.
Makes it rain again.
It makes it rain. That's the circle of life. Listen, Q-Tip said in the first song of the album, bro, things move in cycles.
Yeah?
Said it on Excursions.
Also, another one I love, not from Q-Tip, why, even though he may have said this over his many years of life on this planet, is history repeats itself.
It does, bro. And people who do not learn it are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah. Oh, bro, we're coming out with the idioms today.
Listen, man.
It is an idiom, right?
I think it's an idiom.
Fuck it, if I'm wrong, I don't care.
But let me give you my personal feelings on society right now, bro. I feel like, especially in this country right now, this might turn political, so I'm sorry.
Only keep it tiny.
I'm gonna try to hold it back. I feel like everyone's just kind of like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
I'm at this point right now. I'm not even trying to be compassionate. I'm just trying to get what I want, and everyone can suck my dick.
Well, this is when we're saying about what we're saying about selfishness. Like, we want to show compassion for our fellow man, but because we're selfish, we want to have compassion back. So we put up this mental wall, or not even a mental wall. It's a physical, metaphorical wall, where if you're not going to show compassion to me, I'm not going to show compassion to you. So we live in this world where we're not necessarily horrible to each other, but we're just not. We just don't nice to each other. We don't
care because it's like, what is that going to do for me for caring? Why should I care if that's not going to put money in my pocket? And if that's not going to make me like famous?
Well, and I don't want to get into religion, but I think religion has a perfect way of almost
putting certain things in perspective that we might hold
putting humans into perspective. I think we put ourselves into perspective with religion, and I don't want to get into a massive religious debate because I think that would be the end of the podcast.
Look, I'm not trying to say which religion is right or wrong, but I definitely feel the core aspect of religion is to try and teach one of self.
Yeah.
I think that's always should be the thing about religion. It shouldn't be about how hard you pray to God or how hard you believe this. It should be understanding yourself and how you affect others around you.
100%. But so this is the thing. I think people, as we said, are selfish. I think religion puts that selfishness into perspective, so you do have more compassion for your fellow man.
Yeah, no, of course.
Whereas the normal non-religious person, i.e. myself, if someone's not compassionate to me, I'm not compassionate back to them. And I know it sounds horrible, but every fucker is like that.
On the streets, they say, yo, respect is earned.
And do you know what? Back in the day, when people used to walk past each other, they'd be like, hello, good morning. If someone done that to you now, you'd be like, what the fuck?
There is a guy around this area that he's like a very old school dude. He has like the hat, and when he sees women, he'll like take his hat off, like,
fucking fair play to him.
I was like, damn, you bringing it back.
And also, that has nothing to do with like sexism or like anything.
No, he's just being a gentleman.
He's just being respectful.
Yeah, he's being a gentleman. Like, listen,
all of that's lost in society nowadays.
Yeah, because it's like, damn, all I got to do is cash app you £50 and then...
fuck me.
I am on fucking 10 right now, son. Listen, man, like you said, like, compassion is gone because like everyone, we're all broke, bro. Like,
wait, what did Will.i.am say in one of the famous Black Eyed Peas songs? Where is the love?
Where is the love?
Where is the love?
Shit, it's behind that £20
that actual
paywall.
Song is about compassion for your fellow man.
No, it is.
Well.
It is, but like we said, where is the love? It's behind that £20 paywall if you go into onlyfans.com, and you know, I'm such a dickhead. No, like, I get it though, man. People want to be loved. To be loved is everything. Like, you know what is the truth? Like, you know what's like the answer to everything in life, bro? Love.
You sounded like Mr. Burns then.
I bring you love. No, I'll be thinking about this at all. Like, everything comes back to love, bro. Why do you think we're here right now? Because we love doing this shit.
Oh fuck. Okay. Oh god, I don't even know. I don't even want to say what I was thinking.
You thought I was coming on to you?
No.
What?
I thought you were talking more as like a existential thing. You're like, why are we here? And I thought you were going to say because our parents loved each other enough to no, but you were talking about like the podcast at that instance.
Well, that too.
You were talking, that too.
Two people got together and loved each other, and now we here paying bills.
Thanks, Mom.
But that's where it all comes from, bro. People do shit because of love. People built shit like someone built this computer because they love like engineering shit.
Fuck, that's so true. Yeah.
Like, somebody built this flat because they wanted to like have people to live.
But then this is the thin line here. I agree with you. Someone creates these things because they love to make these things. They love creating. They love innovating.
Yeah.
But we live in a world where if you can create something and monetize it, you're rich. So are you doing it for the greater good, or are you doing it to line your pocket?
Well, that's what you mean. Some people do things that they don't love, and then find themselves like just in a
100%. If we ever fell out of love with this podcast, we would stop this day one.
Listen, guys, I'm telling you right now, if I come into this podcast one day and I'm not happy, and it's done. We're cutting this shit off, bro.
I don't care if at that point we are like the number one on the iTunes, Spotify charts. If we're not feeling this podcast, it's done.
That's why I respect Dave Chappelle so much for like what he did with the Chappelle show. Listen, guys, if you see me on Twitter, right, I love the Chappelle show. I can probably like quote everything from that show. My fucking profile picture is Mos Def from the Chappelle show, dressed up as the flipping CIA operative guy. And let me tell you, when Chappelle told me, like, he said, I just don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, sorry. I'm talking weird. Anyway, when Chappelle said to, like, in the interview or to Oprah or whatever when he was talking, and he said, I just didn't want to do shit because I just didn't want to anymore. Just didn't love it anymore. And people were like, what? You walk away from, like, 30 million or whatever the fuck. I'm like, he didn't love it. Fuck the money.
Also, as well, there's a legacy point of that as well. It's just like, if he carried on doing the show and he got shit,
Yeah.
People will go, oh yeah, it used to be good.
It used to be good.
But now it's like this condensed thing. It's only what?
Like 3 seasons, if that. I think the third season was kind of like a weird...
shortish one.
Yeah, because he kind of left like halfway through and shit.
But
it was
like
really
people
weird.
look at it and go, it's good. It's amazing. We love it.
Listen, man.
I mean, the Chappelle Show is very funny.
Oh, it's a classic, bro.
I don't think it's everyone's humour. I don't think Dave Chappelle is everyone's humour.
Olivia don't find him that funny on the Chappelle Show. I'm like, how you not find the Prince like story funny? Like that is.
I mean, I can see why people wouldn't find Dave Chappelle funny, because his humor is very...
It's very bonkers at times. Like it's lewd. It's kind of like ridiculous, but like
it's OTT.
It can be OTT, like the whole like when he's on like the San Francisco tram and like the tram bust a nut and he went like right past his face. That shit's hilarious to me. Obviously people are like, ugh, that's disgusting, and whatever. But I get it.
I think both of us, we gravitate to the weird shit.
Fam, because the weird shit is like there's a very thin line between like weird shit and weird shit.
Yeah.
You guys know what I'm talking about. There's
if you fuck it up, then you're just a weirdo.
Like weird shit to me is like a dude. It's like someone like taking their shoes off in like a chicken shop to eat like their food. That's weird shit, but like it's funny.
There's certain sayings that I can say that will come across fucking weird, but Shaq will laugh.
Lay on me, bro.
Back that math up. People don't know what the fuck that is. That sounds weird.
That's a super deep cut right there, guys. I'm talking like that's 2014 deep cut, maybe even 2015. What was the other one?
The moose will soon be loose.
One of these days we will need to explain all the deep cut like random like in jokes.
I think we should have a deep cut episode.
We will need to do that because
I think that would be nice to have like a little deep cut episode where we talk about some our in jokes and all the deep cuts. Yeah,
exactly. Like guys, like there's weird shit, but there's weird shit. Like don't be a weirdo. You can be weird as in like he's like
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's comedy is fucking weird.
It can be weird. It's not like Louis C.K. weird.
Yeah.
That humor really fucking died when we found out bro was jerking off in front of people. Because he had a mad masturbation jokes in his like stand up, and that's like damn.
He won
an award.
He had a show as well.
Yeah, the Louis C.K. show.
I quite liked it.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. It was kind of funny.
I thought him as a character in it was quite good.
No, he's a funny comedian. It's just that it's hard to find him funny now because, bro, you made a mad amount of like masturbation jokes.
Do you know what comedy show that I absolutely love?
Was it?
By a comedian, that is. And I know we talked about Ricky Gervais with like The Office and everything, and obviously Dave Chappelle show, Louis C.K. But and I've mentioned this to you before, and I don't think you've ever watched it, but it's called The Master of None, and it's by Aziz Ansari.
I might have seen this on Netflix once or twice. Aziz Ansari is quite fun. I remember
absolutely brilliant.
I can't remember what I watched. So it was on his stand-ups, but it was like reallifedickparty.com.
Oh yeah.
Well, you said you watched some porn site, and it's like the girls at like the donut shop. It's like, no, that's the donut shop I go to.
He's a very funny stand-up.
Yeah, he's funny.
His writing is impeccable as well. Like, if I know you're watching shows at the moment. I know you're watching like Succession and stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into One Piece, trying to get back into Succession. I haven't actually been watching anything right now. Like
Master of None.
It's been playing games.
Master of None is phenomenal.
No, I've heard good things.
It's I've watched it a few times. And some people might disagree with me, but I generally think it's one of the best like things on Netflix to watch.
Fam, Netflix.
I don't think the third season is as strong as his previous two, but
season 3 is normally weird for any type of show.
Well, it's bro, they're funny, but there's like hard hitting moments in them, like really quick synopsis, because I want to get you on board with this, and anyone that hasn't watched it, because when I mention it to people don't know about this show. So
no, I've definitely seen it across my Netflix page.
I know, but I mean I'm talking like generally when I've talked about it to people are like, oh no, I've never heard of that, and people like might look at it and it sort of passes them by, but it's like he effectively plays sort of a character of himself. Like his parents are actually in the show.
Oh, cool.
His parents play his parents in the show.
Oh, that's
which
funny.
is really cool. And I mean, you can tell they're not great actors.
They're not great, but it's just...
But it's such a sweet thing that his actual parents are in there. But he's like a struggling actor, like in New York City. Like he's in like he's like a 30-something, and he's got like his friends and everything. And it's just like his life, like bumbling through.
Is it like BoJack Horseman a little bit?
No. Do you know what I would compare it to?
What is it like?
Atlanta. It's sort of the same sort of tonally sort of vibe. It's sort of like it's funny, but like there can be quite like serious, kind of like thought-provoking moments. Like there's like whole storylines in Master of None where he's like relationships and everything.
Yeah.
Like in season 2, he like falls in love with like a married. I don't know if I can't remember if she's married.
Oh, is it sort of like in the sense of like he just finds himself in these different situations that are very relatable?
They're like
Seinfeld.
They're like less sort of
less funny
sitcom-y than Seinfeld. Yeah,
I need to rewatch Seinfeld.
But as I said, more like Atlanta. Like Atlanta's funny because Donald Glover. Yeah, I always say Donald Glover, and I think...
Is it Donald Glover? No.
It's Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Childish Gambino. That's what I mean. I always think of Childish Gambino, but then when I say Donald Glover, I think of... Is it Danny Glover?
Yeah. What the fuck? He's bald? Or is this a meme?
Has he shaved his head? Maybe it's for something. But... I mean, he's a very, very, very funny and talented individual, Donald Glover, but it's such sort of like a parallel to life, like Atlanta.
He's 38, damn.
Wow, he's older than I thought. But similar with Master of None. It's sort of like, it's so like very like
quirky.
It's like you're watching
his life.
Well, not even his life. I mean, there's episodes where he's like hardly in it at all. Like there's a brilliant episode where it's an absolutely phenomenal episode actually, when there's a movie that's come out and like the talk of the town is that it's a twist. And he's going to watch the film, but then he gets into he goes somewhere, and then it stays focused on another character in the background, and then it follows them for a bit, and they're going to see the film as well, and it ends up with it ends up following a taxi driver, and he's sitting in the taxi driver, and two girls get in, and they start talking about the twist, and he's on the phone to his friend while driving his taxi, and he's speaking in I don't know what language it is, but and he's like, for fuck's sake, these like girls have just ruined the ending of this film, and it like stuff like that. And I mean, Atlanta does some very similar sort of stuff. Like there is no main characters. It's like
it's just kind of like it's
life.
I think shows like that.
Gotta be talking about TV shows, but like that is a very good like observation on like just like good writing. I think people might fucking disagree with me, and that's my opinion.
Well,
anyway.
that's your taste, man. That's your taste, bro. They'll see how you put something out there. People like it. They like it. They don't. They don't.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Shit. What else we talk about?
Yeah, I mean, unless you have more stuff on like what human nature, society. I mean, I
think we're in the age of distractions, man.
Age of distractions. I
think people are doing anything they can to just... It's like the whole film of just Don't Look Up. Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
I thought it was a good film. Some people hate the film because it's very on the nose about particular things. But like, I feel like...
Is that the Meteor one?
Yeah.
What's his face? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, DiCaprio. And,
on Netflix.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
I think it was cool. You might like it. But I think we're in the age of distraction because I'm like... We all can see that the world around us is kind of like falling apart. And there's a lot of things, like people are kind of aware that, a lot of this is bullshit. like I said, I don't know when I said this on the podcast. I know I said it once before. But a lot of these celebrities are full of shit, bro. A lot of them are really full of shit. And it wasn't so much like this is a blow to my livelihood sort of thing. It was just kind of like, damn, like these are the people that I thought were cool, but really, realistically, they're just fakers.
I think
bullshitters.
I think most celebrities are their public persona is not who they truly are.
They kind of become a parody of themselves.
They become a character.
Yeah, and
like
it's sad.
You are. I don't know. Think of a celebrity.
Jim Carrey.
You are Jim Carrey.
I only thought that because I thought of Truman Show.
I mean, Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey, but Jim Carrey.
Keep going.
He is a character called Jim Carrey when he's in public. When he's behind closed doors, that's the real Jim Carrey, and he's just a normal human being. And that's what. And I do not mean that in like an offensive way to Jim Carrey, but every single person is like that. There is I wish I had it to hand, but there's I think it's like a Japanese proverb or saying or something. They say humans have 3 masks.
Okay.
See if you can quickly Google it, because I don't want to butcher it. Put like Japanese 3 mask saying, because it is. I don't want to butcher it.
Oh, here we go. The first face.
Let me read it. So they have this saying and say everyone has three masks that they wear. This is the first face you show to the world, the second face you show to your closest friends and your family, and the third face you never show anyone.
Yeah,
and that's effectively what society is.
Yeah, no, you're right. So I just remembered that I did watch Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Very good film.
Man, that was a really good film.
It's a very good film. It's on Netflix, isn't it? Is it on Netflix?
It might be on Netflix, but I remember I just watched it because I hadn't seen that film before.
It's a very.
I hadn't really seen any of like Carrey's like serious roles.
Yeah.
'Cause I know he's got a few of them. I know. I don't know if you can count fucking Truman Show as a serious role.
What's the one? Is it like 23 or something?
21 or 13? The number 13. I ain't seen that one. I saw like I remember watching a little bit of it back in the day. And
is it number 13? Is that the one?
Yeah,
is it Jim Carrey?
Wait.
What's the one that Jim Carrey's in? It's like it's a number.
That number, yeah, you are right. Number 23.
It is 23. Yeah, it's like the number 23 is like recurring in his life and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's a recurring number.
I have to watch more of Carrey's like.
Do you know what? He's a decent enough actor to do serious, but he's a phenomenal actor to do comedy.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part about breaking into a serious role when you've been doing like quite.
But phenomenally, like he is like in the 90s, he is literally unmatched.
No, for sure. Like
in the sort of comedy films.
Yeah,
like,
his 90s run was crazy good. Like look at Ace Ventura, The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, Batman Forever.
Yeah, and whatever you think of those Batman films,
they're not great, but he was amazing.
Like he is an amazing Riddler in that film.
Liar
Liar is a good
Truman
film.
Show. I know that's kind of funny, but kind of not at the same time. It's like comedy drama. Yeah. So he was going off, man. He was going off. But
he hasn't actually done a lot of films.
Not a ridiculous amount, but he like I said, his 90s output is stupid good.
Yeah, that was it. He was at the height of his power.
I think he peaked around Bruce Almighty.
Oh yeah, Bruce Almighty is a
actually, then again, but the Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind came out like a year afterwards.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
okay, I didn't know that.
Let's see what else. Oh, Lemony Snicket was fucking fire. Okay, we got to give him that.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't? I liked it when I was a kid. Maybe I have to rewatch it as an adult.
Have you read the books?
I've read some of the books. I've read like 2 of them.
It's like trash compared to the books. Netflix actually did a TV show of the series of unfortunate events.
They did,
and it is quite good.
They did. I have to watch the new Sonic the Hedgehog film.
Yeah.
I
know you love Sonic. You're a Sonic guy.
Listen, you know what? Like discussing like potential like lore in the Sonic films on Twitter has been quite fun right now.
Oh, really?
It's been quite an enjoyable thing I do because we talk about like, who should be... Cause I haven't watched this latest one. I'm going to watch it on Friday.
Yeah, because Idris Elba plays Knuckles.
Which is fucking...
Who plays Tails?
No. How could I forget her name?
Is it... No, that's Sonic. Ben Schwartz plays... Is it Ben Schwartz?
Colleen O'Sloshansea? I can't say that name. Colleen O'Sloshansea.
Who is it? Ben Schwartz that plays Sonic?
Yeah, my guy.
He is fucking hilarious, by the way.
Yeah, Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
he is the best character in Parks and Recreation. If you haven't watched Parks and Recreation, watch it.
Fam, remember you made me watch
not
it.
you.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking the you as in.
Okay, got you.
I know we watched it.
Because someone in my one of my back in uni, I was in a 3D modeling class, and someone just literally gave me the first three seasons of Parks and Rec on my hard drive.
Do you know what? Yeah, this is controversial.
Yeah,
I would say Parks and Rec is the best mockumentary.
I haven't watched all of it.
People will say the US Office is.
I have to. You know what? I haven't watched all of the US Office. I watched like the first 2 seasons.
The US Office is absolutely amazing.
No, it's really funny.
But Parks and Rec, every single character is hilarious.
Yes.
While I would say in the US Office, not every single character is hilarious.
They hit different moods.
100%.
They definitely hit different moods.
Like Ron Swanson in Parks and Rec is fucking amazing.
Oh my god!
I would encourage anyone that is thinking of watching that show to just go and watch. Don't even watch a whole compilation. Go and watch if there's like a 30-minute compilation of Ron Swanson stuff, watch like 2 minutes of it because you'll be hooked after that.
You know what's a really funny show that doesn't get discussed enough? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Do you know what? I've never watched that. There's like 15 seasons of it.
This show fucks me up. I haven't watched all of it.
Is it Danny DeVito?
He's in the later seasons, so
he's not in the earlier seasons.
He's not like the first ones, as far as I can see. 'Cause I only watched like the first 2 seasons. Let's see. It's. Oh, wait, why did I put in the wrong word? It's always...
How did we get onto like these comedy shows?
I think we were just... What was he talking about? I don't even know. But yeah, Charlie Day.
Charlie Day is funny because he's a popular meme with the charts.
The drawing board. Yeah. I think that's from the show. Actually, it might be from the show.
I thought it was from Horrible Bosses.
Oh, that's another movie I got to rewatch. But fam, this show fucks me up. Like, it's got our humor, fam.
Have you ever watched Arrested Development?
No, I haven't.
I think you would like Arrested Development.
Alright, cool. I'll give that a chance when I find the time, and you give this a chance when you find the time.
I've always wanted to.
The first sort of season alone had me dying. I was like, this is so wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely something that I can put on in the background, so that's calm.
Like, I was watching this at work, right? Don't snitch. And
why would you say it? You've literally just self-incriminated yourself.
No, there was literally like there was nothing to do, so I just.
You've literally made it worse for yourself.
I love you. Nah, but I was watching the show and in fact I was in tears. I'm like, this can't be real. I didn't know Danny DeVito had that much of a funny bone in him. Yeah. Like, I knew he was funny, but just some of the jokes that they come out with, like, no, you can't say that.
Have you seen him in Twins? Is it Twins?
What, with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Is that the one with the baby?
Bro, no, it's when they're twins.
Olivia told me about this film, like literally 2 days ago.
It's funny. It's a funny film, bro. Because, like, look at Danny DeVito, then look at Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How is Arnold Honey doing right now?
He's old, man.
He's an old man. He's an old man.
What, he must be in his like 70s or something? How old is he?
I'm blind, like 74.
Fuck me, man. What a fantastic career he has had.
Fam, he's done it all, man. He's done bodybuilding. He's done acting. He's done governor of California.
Was governor of California, yeah.
Fam, he's done a lot.
Yeah, that's politics, isn't it?
Listen, fam, when
was
people...
he not an Olympian as well? Didn't he do the Olympics?
I think he might have done it in the... Well, he's Mr. Olympia.
Oh, Mr. Universe.
Mr. Universe as well. Fam, look at that, man. Shout out to Arnold, man.
Powerlifting competitions. All right, yeah, fair enough.
Shout out to Arnold, bro. Like,
he's
everyone...
a national treasure.
No, he is. He's like Jackie Chan.
Oh.
Those are the people you got to put up there. He's like him, Jackie Chan. Who else is a national treasure? Like, you just can't... The Rock. The Rock is definitely there.
Sylvester Stallone.
He's there. I'll say Arnie's a little bit...
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro, man. Favorite De Niro... top 3 De Niro films.
Oh, fuck, that's hard.
I'm going to go for Untouchables. Fucking good film. Really good film. Obviously, I've got to do... Was it Second Godfather he's in?
He is the Second Godfather, yeah.
And... Oh, damn.
Taxi Driver.
I watched that recently, and this is going to be very controversial. It's alright. It's okay.
Raging
like
Bull?
I ain't seen Raging Bull.
You've not seen Raging Bull?
Listen, like I'll be trying to get Olivia to watch these like old time classics, right? But she's like, this is a bit of a meme. She doesn't really mean it. She's like, I don't watch anything after like 1991, and I'm like, well, before 1991. It's because she knows like she doesn't really like watching old ass films.
But why 1991?
She just gave her arbitrary year. It's a bit of a meme between her that she just doesn't watch old films.
I can understand if you say like anything before you were born.
Like I made her watch the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh fucking hell!
And fam, I'm have to admit, I was on Leatherface's side. Them teenagers were fucking around. Listen, Leatherface was just chilling in his house here doing his thing. Why are you going into his house looking around like, excuse me, we got a flat tire? It's like, fuck you, I'm gonna slash you up. No, more the story, don't go in people's houses if you're not invited, like you'll get killed. Basically.
True.
Basically.
Especially in America. Especially in Texas.
You don't mess with Texas.
What are you looking up now?
I'm trying to find De Niro's fucking like.
Oh, what, his filmography?
Why didn't I just go to IMDb? It's because I don't have a brain. I'm sorry.
Hey, he's done loads of films, bro.
Yeah, where's Untouchables? I feel like that came a little bit after. There we go. Untouchables is a very good film.
I don't think I'd put it top 3, but it's a good film.
I love Untouchables. Oh, you know what? I have to rewatch Goodfellas. I might have to put Goodfellas up there as well.
Yeah. I think I'd put Raging Bull, Taxi Driver, and Godfather 2.
I have to watch Raging Bull.
I think those 3 are probably what are his.
You watched The Irishman?
No, I haven't actually.
Oh, it's good.
That was like, it's like 4 hours long, isn't it?
It's a Scorsese film.
Thing is, it's on Netflix, so you can just pause it whenever you want.
That is true. Remember we went to go watch The Hateful Eight, and they had like an intermission. Damn,
that was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, but the thing is with Tarantino films is like you have like it's such a theatrical thing.
Did you watch his latest one, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, I loved it.
I thought it was interesting.
But do you know what? I think Brad Pitt needs to be put on a pedestal as high as like Leonardo DiCaprio and stuff.
I think he is. I think he definitely is.
I don't think he is recognised as someone like that.
No, I disagree. I feel a lot of people. I feel like obviously everyone, dick rides DiCaprio because he didn't get that Oscar, and they were waiting for him to get that Oscar, and he finally got the Oscar.
He got it for for a film.
Yeah, that was really just.
Like, it's alright.
Yeah.
The Revenant's fine, man. He should have won it for Wolf of Wall Street. But then, sort of, this goes full circle back to the Oscars. The Academy's full of old white men, and The Wolf of Wall Street is not an old white man film. Whereas,
I thought old white men would love that shit because that was their shit. That was the stuff they were popping off.
No, it's like older white man.
You're talking like, I watched like the original like fucking Casablanca in like the cinema.
Yes.
Are you talking about those kind of old men?
Yes. That's why The Revenant is such a film for them, because they can remember those fucking days where people went and were like the Wild West and shit.
Dan is like, what do you think of like spaghetti films, like spaghetti western films?
I don't mind them.
Yeah,
because Django, like talking about Tarantino again, Django Unchained is a homage to spaghetti westerns.
It is true.
Oh, and Hateful Eight as well.
That is true. It's like spaghetti westerns like a proper like dad film. Like, you ever see, like, I'm sure you've walked in and seen your dad watching like at least like a western film once.
My dad don't really watch films, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd be a kind of guy to watch like a western film, like a proper man's film.
My granddad loves westerns.
Yeah,
my granddad loves westerns.
Yeah, I can see.
Like the old like John Wayne films and stuff. Yeah.
Does he like Good, the Bad, the Ugly?
I assume so. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, they've never really been my thing. I'll be honest with you.
I never it's one of them ones where if
like westerns were such a big genre of films that just don't exist anymore.
It's because they were like a male fantasy trip, innit? It's like, I want to be this guy that rolls in and just shoots a bunch of like dickheads and like drinks a lot of beer.
Yeah, but we still have them in like action films.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean. It's a different audience now. Like you see that in like Marvel films. I'm like, I want to be fucking Captain America and shit. It's different. It's different generations, man. Like back then, like if I talk to my granddad right now and say, remember like the fucking what's his name? Who did your favorite film of all time?
What's my favourite film of all time?
$1 Million Baby. That's the one.
I do like $1 Million Baby.
Who's it again?
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah. Remember, if you talk to my granddad about Clint Eastwood and shit, he'd be like, "Yeah, that was a good film." He was like, "They really get hyped off that shit." That's their Marvel films. That's their MCU.
Yeah. It's true.
You heard it here first, guys. So cowboy films are old people's
You're
MCU.
saying the Western cinematic universe.
So I'm sure they must have been in like their 30s. Yo, did you see when fucking Corporal Edgar shot off the revolver and killed like 3 Native Americans? Oh fuck, man!
So
wow.
Did you see the high noon?
Oh, the high noon,
The high noon draw.
That tumbleweed. Yo, that's. I'm sure they must have been sitting there like just getting drunk as fuck, arguing about which cowboy would fuck up the other cowboy.
Hey, yeah, like we go, Superman would beat the Hulk.
No, the Hulk would like take him to space, but Superman's in space. Like, no, but if you see it this way, we doing that. That I'm gonna have to ask my granddad one day.
That's
I'm like,
fun, isn't it?
that would be it. I can see them doing that shit. That would be hype as fuck. I'm gonna call it here though.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I know I'm bullshitting right now, so I'm gonna call it here.
We've been vamping about films for a bit.
We have.
I like that, like the Western cinematic universe.
Oh, that'd be sick as fuck. Imagine like a Devil May Cry kind of character, but like not like but westernized properly.
They don't even make like Western games. I know there was Red Dead Redemption, so fuck off. But
yeah, but what I'm talking about, like, as much as they would make Western films back in the day. But the thing is about being a cowboy, baby, is that.
But what I feel like there's like an abundance of like space travel, alien games. Like,
I think
why can we not just have a Western game?
I think because with space, you can kind of just make shit up because no one really knows what's going on out there.
True.
Like, you can just say,
going back to what we were saying earlier with humans, you can be more creative.
Yeah, like, but with cowboys, like, you can't be like,
They're real.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be like, I pulled up in the fucking Rolls Royce.
Did I just say aliens weren't real?
Yeah, you got to take that back because there's a lot of proof now.
I think we should just end the podcast now.
One more thing though, it's like, in like a cowboy film, you can't just be making up bullshit and say, I pulled up in like the Rolls Royce and shot them with like a flipping fire round like striker shotgun. Like, you can't make up that shit. Like, you gotta use revolvers. You gotta be like, I lassoed him and he threw him in like the river and he got eaten by crocodiles.
I still think you can make a good Western story and further into a game.
No, you can.
I mean, you look at like the Django Unchained and the Hateful Eight, like the storylines there, like they're quite fun. I mean, especially in Django, like the whole like the slave bounty hunter sort of thing. Like,
that's like my favourite slave film of all time.
What, Django Unchained?
Yeah.
Really?
Because it had a happy ending. True. And there's no other slave film that has a happy ending. Like,
mind you, when I was saying Brad Pitt needs to be recognised as much as Leonardo DiCaprio in Django Unchained is actually like you hate to love him and love to hate him in that sort of situation.
Like Samuel L. in that film as well. Like, god damn, he played that role. He played that house Negro role way too good. I'm like, god damn you.
Yeah, I think the acting and. It is Jamie Foxx, isn't it?
Jamie Foxx, yeah. Very, very talented guy, by the way. Like, super talented. Like, he's funny. He can sing. Like, he can act really well.
Bro, he's the generation before Donald Glover. Oh. Donald Glover can do all that. He's funny. He can sing. He can act.
Yeah. He's like
the generation before.
Yeah. Shout out Jamie Foxx.
Bro, we need more of these multi-talented guys,
Man, listen, man.
Men and women, when I said guys, I don't mean guys as in man.
It's not easy, man. You can't make them.
They come once in a lifetime type of thing.
There are people that you see like this. We're only going to see this once every sort of
generation type
blue
of thing,
moon, every trimester, or however you want to say.
I'd like to see Jamie Foxx do more things. Actually, I feel like I don't see him enough. While we're here, let this be the last thing.
Yeah,
I'm waffling as fuck.
I know,
now.
but I'm getting it really into.
We are piquing our own interests. I hope this is interesting for you.
Well, no, yeah. I love Jamie Foxx. Baby Driver was pretty good, apparently.
Oh, Baby Driver is a very good film.
I have to watch that.
But he's not like a main in that.
That was sick. Soul? Have you watched Soul?
I haven't seen Soul.
Very good.
I've seen the
film.
latest Pixar film, Turning Red.
Oh, Olivia watched that. I haven't watched that.
It's quite fun.
Soul is like... Soul really had me thinking about life on a deeper meaning. I was like...
I do need to watch it. I do love my Pixar. I do love my Pixar.
Yeah, he was in No Way Home. What's Strays?
Oh, of course he was in No Way Home.
That's what I was thinking.
But I feel like he's not like... He hasn't been like the main role in stuff.
Well, except for Soul.
Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't seen Soul, so yeah.
Yeah, like, you do watch Soul.
But like, he was like the main character in Django Unchained.
Yeah. Like, he stole the show for sure.
Oh, I don't know. I think they all did a good job in Django Unchained.
Ooh, Christoph
Waltz, he was good in that. He won an Oscar for that.
Yeah, no, he's really good actor. Really, really good. Shout out to him. Wonder what he's... Oh, okay, no more. I'm sorry. We'll have to do this off the podcast. But guys...
let's call it.
All right, I'm going to end the podcast here. Guys, if you like this episode, I know it's a very all-over-the-place episode. We just talked about a bunch of shit for a while, but listen...
I think that's going to be our new format.
That might be a new format until we find like a topic we really want to stick to. Because, sometimes you just feel like, we don't want to just be... box into one topic. We might have something else in our minds, so you just want to throw on the podcast and have a little talk about. So, but if you like this format, let us know in the comments down below. Please comment. Just give us all the comments. We want as much feedback. Hit us up in the emails, hit up on the social medias. We've got all that detail down there in the description.
If you have things that you want us to talk about, let us know as well.
Exactly. As long as it's not some weirdo shit like, yo, what do you think about furries? I'm like, nah, get the fuck out of my face.
No. We will talk about it.
Alright, fine. We'll talk about furries.
Don't now think that's an invitation just to ask us what do you think about furries.
Don't show me your like furry OC or like Tony the Tiger fucking some other like thing. Please do not show me that. I will get you reported to the police. But anyway, guys,
how can they contact us though?
You can contact us on the emails, which is thebetwixtideasfeedback @gmail.com.
Yes.
And
they can also contact us on social media.
So we've got the Betwixt Ideas Podcast.
Well, that's Instagram. Yeah.
And Twitter, Betwixt Ideas. That's Betwixt Ideas. We've got TikTok, and it's just what's the TikTok?
The Betwixt Ideas Podcast.
All right. So my boy handles the socials. Sometimes I don't remember the socials.
It was entertaining watching you do that.
All right. Guys, have a good one, guys.
Thank you.
Peace. Bye.